Yeah!
So this is going to be a real fun ride. Everyone's getting together, but there's a couple things that we can do to make sure we all have a good time. First things first, pay attention to what's going on ahead of you. We're going to be doing our best to signal for crossings, for slowing down. We are sharing a little bit of space with the rest of the city on this ride, so we want to make sure that we're going to be the safest we can be. The second thing is pay attention to what's around you, other people. It's fun to talk, we're here to have a good time, but make sure you know where your bike is going. Make sure that you're in control of the bike. Other than that, if there's any problems or anyone's having any issues, park down a couple of us that will be kind of making sure that if there are any mechanicals, anything that we need to take care of, that you guys get the help you need, or at the very least we can get back here. Anything else? Alright, have a good one.
Woo!
Alright, we're ready to go! We're rolling, rolling.
What go? What go? I don't have a bell, so you don't need a bell.
Alright, so everyone knows what we're passing right now. What is this place called? CUNY Homes. CUNY Homes was built pre-World War I. It was actually built as soldiers' barracks.
This is our tour guide.
It is the oldest and largest public housing complex in Houston. We're about to cross Cleburne Street.
To the walkout center right here.
Alright, we're rolling. Cleburne Street has nice two wide off-street paths that are shared paths between the cyclists and the pedestrians. And as you cross Cleburne Street, you're getting into Texas Southern University, which is the first historically black college in Houston. It's one of the largest HBCUs in the country. And they actually installed lighting on their section of the Columbia Tap. Initially, it started out as solar lights, and now they've also connected them to the grid. And we're hoping that we can get more lighting like this all along the Columbia Tap Trail. Make sure you guys stay behind me. Stay behind me. Let's not spread out too much. When we did air quality tests along the trail, we actually found that the most polluted section the section of the trail with the most particulate matter, the most dust in the air, was actually this section we're riding through right now. And that's partly because when Texas Southern was built, this was still a railroad. So they put the backs of their buildings facing the railroad.
I didn't know that.
And that's where they put all of their air conditioning, their exhaust. And so now that's where all of that dust and particulate matter gets sprayed. It gets sprayed all over the trail. So what we can do is we can work with the university. They can put up some shrubs. They can put up some barriers to improve the air quality here. B-Cycle installed one of the first B-Cycle stations on TSU on the Columbia Tap right to our left. B-Cycle was recently acquired by Metro that manage our public transit, including bicycles, all the way from your bicycle to your bus to the light rail train is all under one umbrella of Metro. So hopefully Metro will get these B-Cycle stations back open. The one at Texas Southern is temporarily closed. So we're just going to continue riding a bit. Be careful when we get up to Blodgett Street. There's some construction going on. They're in the process of installing bike lane on Blodgett, doing some drainage upgrades. So just be careful as you cross that zone. There's still a little bit of construction.
Yeah, I know.
Does anyone know what the mascot of TSU is?
Tigers!
You can see it to your left. The tiger. Right. The Texas
Yep,
tiger.
I know. Been here many times. Many times.
All right. And also be careful when you're crossing the street. There's a bollard. That pole that you see that's in the ground that prevents cars and trucks from getting on the trail, that's called a bollard. So make sure you don't hit the bollard. And sometimes the bollard is missing, but there's still a little metal thing at the bottom. So to your right is the Sacred Struggles Vibrant Justice mural. It has a lot of Third Ward legends on it, from Reverend Moore to Krista Adair, Heman Sweat, Hattie Mae White. There's a whole lot of Third Ward legends on that mural, and that was done by an artist named Reginald Adams, and that's on the side of Pilgrim United Congregational Church. Let's hold up. We're gonna stop for a second. We're gonna wait for folks to catch up to us.
Stopping.
We're stopping. Make sure you don't run into this stop sign here. There's still a little bit of construction. We're rolling.
Rolling.
Don't run into the stop sign and don't run into the bollard. Okay, to your left is Blodgett Urban Gardens. He's actually owned by Texas Building University. But they just walk past, but they letting the community use it as a community garden. Wave to Blodgett Urban Gardens. Hey, Blodgett Urban Gardens.
I like your horn.
Hey, you guys, don't get ahead of Ed. Come back.
All right, stay behind me. Let's not get too spread out here. You guys in front, make sure you get in the back. Let's all stick together.
Stop weaving in and out, guys. Ride your bikes. Ride straight, please.
Okay, there's some cyclists coming up. Get on the right side. Try to get on the right side. We got some cyclists up ahead.
Everybody to the right.
Get on the right-hand side.
Everybody to the right.
Get over on this side.
Everyone to the right.
Get behind me. Stay to your right. Stay to your right. Stay to your right. All right, look at how they built these houses. What do you notice about these houses? They built them facing the trail, right? And they even built a little bridge. So we put eyes on the trail because if you build your house into the trail, it gives more eyes and security for the trail. So we're going to some of these folks to tear down these fences that they use to block the train and actually open up their yard so they can see the trail and the trail can see them and everyone's a lot safer, right? All right, let's be careful. Stay behind me. Stay behind me. Let me make sure that the coast is clear. All right, coast is clear. We're rolling.
You guys run straight. No weaving. Come on, stay straight.
So we're at
Watch the pole.
That's St. Mary's Catholic Church on the right.
Yep.
Stay straight. No weaving.
Guys, stay behind me. Guys, stay behind me.
A lot of people today.
Yeah. Stay
Stay
behind.
behind me. Make sure we're all together.
You go ahead.
Young man, I'm coming up.
Stay back here. Make sure we're all together.
Stay to the right, please, and stop weaving. You can make people have
Make sure you ride straight.
a crash.
Stay to the right. Stay to the right in case people need to pass us.
Guys, keep the word safety. Stay to the right.
See, this is like a car.
You coming, Dan?
Yeah, making sure everybody's on.
All right. Rolling. Keep going. Rolling.
Keep going, please. Stay to the right. Please
Stay to the right. Don't go too fast. Nice and slow. Nice and easy.
Hey, blue helmet, slow down. Slow down. Ready?
Stay together.
Stay together. It's very important for safety. Slow down.
Ben Hill.
All right, go nice and slow. Stay to the right. I'm gonna pass you. Stay to the right.
Please stay to the right. Please follow directions.
Stay to the right, Frankie.
Thank you. It's for safety, please.
All right, here's another resident who built their own bridge to connect to the trail. We're hoping that the city can build paths, especially where there's residential streets, so they have access to the trail. Because not everyone can build their own bridge, right?
Julian, Molly, look, all the way down there.
All right, I'm coming up alongside you. Stay to the right.
I'm having fun.
Okay, so now we're going through the Riverside Terrace neighborhood, and we're about to
Bye, HEB.
Bayou.
Buy HEB soon. Buy HEB.
No. Just a little. straight. Ride your bike straight. No weaving, please. No weaving. It's dangerous.
No, just go nice and easy. Okay. Yeah, stop. It's actually easier to cross now with that one lane. Exactly.
Oh, and I'm fed. A lot of people and a lot of kids. Kids and
Here on your right is Mills Bennett Park, and on the other side of Mills Bennett Park is Good Hope Baptist Church. Mills Bennett Park was also built here while it was still a railroad, so we need to make sure that we connect this park to the rest of the trail and not have a big barrier between it. We're going to stop here. We're going to stop for a bit, make sure it's safe to cross. We're going to stop for a second. Stop.
Stopping.
All right. We're going to wait for him to tell us when we can cross, once we all get together. So during Hurricane Harvey, this entire park was underwater. And you see where that blue truck is and that white car and red car? The water was all the way to the top of those cars during Hurricane Harvey.
yep, I know. I've been here on Hurricane Harvey.
When were you born? The Great Flood? I don't think it was that bad. All right, so after this red car goes by, he's going to block the lane for us. So just hold tight.
Everyone
All
stay
right.
together and ride together,
We're going
please.
straight. We're going straight. We're going straight. We're going straight. Let me get in front of you. Hey, hold up. Blue helmet. Let me get in front.
Hey, blue helmet thing.
All right, what's the name of this bayou? I just told y'all a second ago.
Please, bye.
This is Breeze Bayou.
Bayou. Yeah, I know.
Look at those. See those birds on the pipe? Those black birds? Those are black cormorants. Those are black cormorant birds.
Slow down.
All right, slow down. We're gonna stop up here at this stop sign again.
I like that bridge. I like it.
Hey guys, we're gonna stop here on the bridge for a little bit. Take a look if you can see any birds.
Everybody stop.
HEB all the way over there.
We're gonna wait for our sweeper to come and make sure this next road is stopped for us. But you see those black birds on the pipe? Those are black cormorants, okay? Those are coastal birds, right? Because we're part of the Gulf Coast.
You just denting me up.
Yeah.
What does crash continue?
Sometimes you can see white egrets on this bayou. Sometimes people have even seen an alligator in this bayou. Yeah. Once he tells us the coast is clear, we'll cross this road too. All right, let him come by you. Make sure y'all stay to the right. There's some people up ahead, and make sure you stay to the right. Okay, we're good. We're gonna go. Make sure you're behind me. Make sure you're behind me.
Pull it up.
All right, stay to your right.
Just pull.
You want the seat up or?
All right, let's take it nice and
keep it
easy.
down?
This section of the trail looks a lot different, right, from the rest of the trail. Okay, let's slow down. Go nice and easy. Slow down. Slow down. We're gonna stop up ahead and we're gonna talk to Mr. Michael Lee. Look how they did this nice landscaping. They got a little pond here. Look at all these beautiful trees.
I don't know.
All right, we're going to talk to Mr. Michael Lee up here. He's going to tell us the history of this little garden. Because this is very different from the rest of the trail, isn't it? Okay, let's stop right here. We're stopping. Stopping. How are you doing, Michael? Can you say a few words about the history of this garden here? All right, come up here. We're going to stop and we're going to hear a little history of this garden.
Falling.
All right. As soon as everyone gets up here, we're going to hear a few words from the founder of this park at this section of the trail. A lot of people don't know the history of this section of the trail.
I don't.
All right. So we're going to hand it over to Mr. Michael Lee.
I guess the history begins when I bought my home, the White House over there, back in 1985. And at that time, a train used to go through here. I could go out my bathroom window on the second floor and look out, and I'd be eye level with the engineer. That's how big the thing was.
Can you imagine being in your bathroom and on the second floor of your house and the train conductor comes by your window?
So it was a big train. Within the next 6 months, they abandoned the railroad and they lifted all the tracks, and then the Landis became abandoned. And so all of a sudden it became a happy grounds for dumping, and there's a large fraternity house was next door, and they'd use it for parking when they had their huge parties, which most people went to a hotel because it was so noisy. And I decided I don't have any friends left when I was in my 20s and 30s. They all died of AIDS. So I decided to develop an AIDS card. And since then, I started with planting like the large bald cypress trees. Those are all from Arbor Day. So they were just maybe 2 or 3 year old seedlings when I planted them. So they're about almost 50 years old. And then I had rose gardens, daylily beds. It was a beautiful garden at one time until Mayor Parker decided to put a bicycle trail through it, and without notice showed up with police and bulldozers and just bulldozed the entire garden. So for the last 10 years, since the trail has been put in, I basically kind of put a blind eye to it. But now with Ed revitalizing, trying to get money to restore it, I have a renewed interest to start clearing out the debris that you see here and start working on it again. And I'm always looking for volunteers to help.
Thank you, Michael. Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you.
I don't know about y'all, but my philosophy is that a garden and a trail can coexist.
Yes.
Okay? So we should applaud residents who took it upon themselves to keep this trail clean for 2 decades while the railroad, while Union Pacific and the city neglected it and didn't maintain it, didn't do anything about the legal dumping, didn't do anything about the frat parties, didn't do anything about the drugs and the noise and everything else. And for 20 years, they kept it nice and clean and built a park to memorialize the folks that died during the AIDS pandemic. And I mean, he can tell you stories, but when he went to city council and the civic club meetings, people wouldn't even sit next to him, all right? And that's a shame, but we have new leaders now. We don't have the leaders of 20 years ago. And we have a new vision. We have a vision for the future of a Houston that is equitable, that is sustainable, that is resilient. And so we're going to revive this AIDS garden. We're going to put up a proper memorial to it. It's going to be an official part of this trail. And we're going to make sure that the efforts of people like Michael Lee and the neighbors of South McGregor aren't forgotten. All right, we're going to continue on.
Thank you, Michael.
So actually, on these signs, we actually took thermal imaging. And you can see how much different this side of the trail is, because this side, the city keeps mowed. The city couldn't mow Michael's section, the AIDS garden, because of all the cypresses and all of the cement memorials that they built. So this section that they kept mowed is actually the hottest section of the trail, while the AIDS garden is the coolest and most comfortable section of the trail to ride through. So we're trying to give the city a new vision for their trails to make them linear forests and linear parks and not just keep them mowed, because this turf grass, first of all, it doesn't absorb as much water as native grasses, and second of all, it doesn't have enough tree canopy shade. All right, let's go nice and slow. Stay behind me. All right, Miss James up there with the number 23. Stay to the right. Go nice and slow. All right, so to our right is a new building. It's the University of Texas Behavioral Health Sciences Center. They're right next door to the Harris County Psychiatric Center. So they do a kind of a holistic approach to mental health counseling and behavioral health services. And to your left is what we call a pocket prairie. So this is what I was just saying. We don't need the city to keep this whole thing mowed. We can let some sections of it be trees, be native grasses, bluebonnets, and so we can have a combination of different trees and native plants, because we also need them for what? For our bees, for our butterflies, for our pollinators. So we need to make sure that we're using this green space in a sustainable, ecological way.
I've been this way many times. About like 1,050 times been this way. Many times.
Just got a little huge bike trail,
Highway 4569. Downtown, we by downtown Houston. 45. Something like that, I don't know. That would feel good.
Oh, just in this one.
You having fun? I am too, Ed.
All right, so we are at the end, the southern terminus of the Columbia Tap Trail. And actually, we don't know why it ends here like it does. Because in the original plans for the Columbia Tap, they had budgeted to put an off-street path, like the one we had on Cleburne, all along Dixie to connect it to Almeda and Herman Park. I've reached out to folks that were in the administration when it was built. No one knows where that funding went to, but that section of the trail was never built. Hines purchased this whole property, including what used to be the rail easement, continuing southward. And we reached out to Heinz as part of this Blue Lemon Green mixed-use residential commercial complex and said, hey, would you be interested in continuing this trail through your complex, since a lot of your families and young people moving into your multi-family units would probably want to use their bikes, right? They weren't interested. Even when I put up our sign here, like the other signs you saw in last year's ride, they took it down. And so really our only hope is for the city to go back and build that originally planned connection along Dixie. So it's not too far. It's like a mile and a half. And the nice thing is that Ronnie Ellis's Precinct 1, they just completed the rodeo trail along Alameda. And so with this little connection along Dixie, we'll have an entire off-road path all the way from downtown to NRG using the Columbia Tap. And of course, you can still kind of get around it by getting on the Brays Bayou Trail, but we don't need this trail to dead end. So we need a connection on Dixie. And so we're working with Houston Southeast Management District to apply for funding. But this is just one of those long sagas. It was supposed to be built back in 2005. And for the past 20 years, 18, 17 years, our emails have gone unanswered, but we finally found an entity willing to apply for some federal funding. All right, so now we're going to head back to our starting point. And then the next ride will start at noon. So wait for the organizers to get in front.
You ready, Dad?
All right, let's let Missika get in front. Hold up. Let's let Missika get in front.
I'm ready. I'm ready wherever you are. I'm ready. I'm up there. I got the bag. So?
Oh, thank you. You gonna let me pass? Thank you.
Passing the freeway again. And another ride will be at noon. 30 minutes from now. Well, tell you what, there won't be, but Get it, got it, good.
Hey guys, stay behind me. Hey, Blue Helmet, stay behind me.
To the right, to the right. You go ahead.
Yeah, stay to the right, please. Thank you.
Last year, this swelter. I think this is the first Hey guys, hey, slow down. Get behind me. We're gonna let Mr. Nate get up in front of us and watch the traffic for us. All right, stay behind me, guys. Stay behind me. All right.
Get in front of me.
Stay to the
All
right,
right.
please.
You like speed, Trevante. I can see that. Hey guys, slow up. We gotta let people catch up to us, okay? Casillan, Devontae, get behind me.
Woo, feel good. Take this hat off for a sec.
Stay behind Devontae. Hey. Not that close behind me. All right. Let's go nice and slow. We gotta are people caught up to us yet, or there's still a big gap?
No, they're caught up.
Devontae, why don't you go see what's going on with those people? Help them speed up.
Okay, guys, don't ride so reckless. You can make people crash. Please stay to the right. Do not weave.
You okay, Dad?
Yeah.
You having fun?
Yeah, I'm gonna block this area up here.
You'd be helping them, huh?
Hey, all right. Don't get in front of me. Don't get in front of me.
You guys are doing great. Please stay to the right and no weaving. You'll make other people crash.
Hand on my blades all the time.
Hold up. We're gonna step up here. We're gonna step up here. We're gonna get together. Hey, look at this beautiful garden. Hey, look at this garden. What are we missing? Stop right here, guys. Just stop it.
Dad, go.
Stop right here. Let everyone get together, and we're gonna wait for Mr. Nate. Wait for Mr. Nate.
Hey,
I'll block the road for you.
No, we'll wait for Mr. Nate, and then we're gonna wait for everyone to get together. Still got a couple stragglers in the back.
Look.
We're not in a rush.
Ooh.
See, if it was sunny out, this would be the only shaded section of the trail.
crew.
Garden.
Yep, I know.
And trust me, starting in May, June, July, August, you're gonna be happy they built this garden 20 years ago.
Right? Come through all the time.
Hold up. Are we good to go? Yeah, we're good. All right, we're rolling.
We rolling.
Get behind the poles, get behind the poles. All right, we can go. All right, go nice and slow. Stay behind me. Stay behind me. Stay behind me. We're gonna take it nice and slow so folks can keep up with us. And Devontae, Beyonce, get behind me. Slow and steady, get behind me.
Don't know who you are, and so, I don't know who phone number you are, but who cares?
All right, Devontae, let's
Someone
see
calling me.
Okay.
You saw that? Yeah. Because the bike is sleeping. But you gotta go like this. You gotta go like this.
Watch the stone up here, stay on your left.
Wait, let me try it.
All right. Get behind you.
Hello. Oh, who cares? Annoy me, Dan. Okay, just checking the time.
You're probably volunteer, please.
Stay on your right, stay on your right. We have a cyclist up ahead, stay on your right. Okay, let's wait until let us know when the
You okay, Dan?
All right, we're gonna let
Cool.
our class sit
Cool,
there.
cool.
Don't go anywhere. All right, we're gonna let the knees to the other side. All right, let's go. All right, this is slow. Hey, Keontae, Devontae, get back here.
I gotta use it.
Not a bike coming. Hey, move over. Bike coming. Hello. Helicopter. Accident. You okay, Dan?
All right, it's clear. We're gonna roll.
There we go.
Stay behind me, Devontae. Keisha.
Metro bus.
I'll use that to stop. It hurt because I did it softly.
Is this all of us?
Hold up, hold up. Let's get to this car. Hold up. Wait. All right, you clear? All right, crossing. All right, watch out for this stop sign. Always the stop sign. Don't put the ball. Don't put the ball. So for folks that don't know the history, that gentleman in the middle, he was a mailman dancer in Ward, and he applied to law school at the University of Texas in Austin, and he was denied because of the color of his skin, and so he went to the NAACP. Their attorney was Thurgood Marshall, and they litigated that case. And at first, Texas said that even certainly upon law school in Texas, it would have to be separate from equal. So that's initially why they set up Texas Southern University, was to provide a separate but equal law school. But of course, they found that nothing was ever equal when it was separate. So they continued that case all the way to Supreme Court, and they won. It was West, the Mailman in Third Ward, versus Hank, who was the dean of the law school at UC, and they won the case, and that desegregated all graduate level education, and that was the stepping stone to Brown versus the Board of Education, that desegregated the lower levels of schools. So that whole process of integration started with Mailman here in Third Ward.
Wow, no. Right here in the tray.
All right, Keisha and Devontae, get back here, guys. Stop before the road.
Everyone get ready to stop, please. Slow down. Prepare to stop.
Stop before the road, guys.
Slow down. Prepare to stop.
All right, we're gonna stop. Make sure we're all together. Stopping.
Stopping, please. Prepare to stop.
Stopping.
Stopping, please.
All right, let's go. We're rolling. We're at the finish line.
Okay, watch
Be
out.
careful.
Watch out.